Ladies and gentlemen, it's happened. And this time, I mean it. The answer to the question, are we alone in the universe? And the answer is, yes! No, wait, it's no! So we start off on the planet Krypton, which seems to be entirely populated by large, sweeping, dramatic trailer shots. And all TV screens and computer monitors seem to be made out of needle art. Your baby is doing this well. On Krypton, Russell Crowe is sending off his son from the dying planet, and he's sending with him this special burning skull. Burning skull, eh? Oh my god. They're making a third Ghost Rider movie! Stay out of their cage, for your own good, man! So they put the baby in the spaceship to Earth, and the mum's like,
I'll kill him.
And Russell Crowe's like,
How?
And I'm like, yeah, that is a bit of a stupid thing to say. And there's this big bad guy called Zod who wants to take over Krypton and have the burning skull. And he was waiting for the planet to be dying to take over because... And when he sees that the baby and the skull are gone, he then kills Russell Crowe and gets banished to the Phantom Zone for it. And so it must be, for so it is written on the doorway to paradise, that those who falter and those that fall must pay the price. Hey, I'm still better than Crow. And Zod's like, I will find him! And I'm like, chill out, dude. Jesus, no wonder there's only like one second clip of you in the early trailers. Then Superman's mum puts on her sluttiest dress for the end of the world and Krypton explodes. Cuts 30 years later on Earth and there's this guy called Clark Kent who has a problem. He suffers from chronic flashbacks. That and the fact that he's an alien from another planet and most of his race are dead. It's not easy for Clark Kent though. He's in a bit of a bad situation. He even has to sneak into people's backyards to steal clothes. You'd think for somebody who can travel faster than a speeding bullet, sneaking into people's backyards would be easy, no? And he has to continuously move from town to town covering his tracks. Mainly because he does really stupid things like pick a fight with a guy in a bar and then smash his truck in the most obviously superhuman way, causing him to skip town again and lose his job. Worth it. And he's always constantly growing a beard. Actually, that's a good question. How the fuck does he shave? He can walk through fire and his hair doesn't get damaged. It's clearly as indestructible as he is. Does he have like a kryptonite razor? And then Lois Lane turns up. She's a strong woman with attitude and she's very annoying. And she feels the need to ask people where the toilet is by saying, what if I need a tinkle? Seriously, lady, I'm less than half your age and even I wouldn't say that to a military officer, especially one I was trying to earn the respect of. But then she stumbles across Superman's Genesis ship and manages to get herself stabbed. Superman's like, don't worry. I can do things other people can't. I can actually digest a McDonald's meal. Then Lois goes back to America and tells everyone about the guy. Nice move, idiot. And then she goes out and tracks down Superman again. Wasn't too hard when you're not the least bit subtle about your amazing powers that nobody managed to make a big deal out of for over 30 years. Suddenly Zod arrives on Earth and he's all like, give me Superman.
Give me Harry Potter, and you will be rewarded.
And then the FBI track down Lois Lane and she gets a call from her boss, played by Morpheus. Lois, agents are going to be at your apartment in 2 minutes. Listen to me carefully. I shall guide you out of the building safely. First you go for the fire exit. Ooh, shit. Sorry, I got Neo on the other line. Sorry, Neo, it's really hard to remember the layouts of 2 buildings at once. So Lois and Superman get taken on board Zod's ship, and it turns out Zod wants the skull so that he can wreck the Earth and turn it into new Krypton. But then Lois Lane and the ghosts of Russell Crowe manage to fight their way out of the ship using gunfire and heavy doors. And it's awesome! But Zod has got Superman's Genesis ship, and he's using it to begin terraforming the planet. Yeah, you could have just destroyed that earlier when you found it. It's not like you were using it for anything in particular. So there's loads of epic fighting! Like lots and lots and lots of fighting. Loads and loads and loads of fighting and fighting. And then whenever Superman gets out the heat vision, I'm like, yeah! Wait, why didn't he just use that earlier if it's like his best weapon? And New York is like totally destroyed. Like really, really, really destroyed. Like decimated. Like beyond Avengers level of destroyed and getting into Day After Tomorrow kind of territory. Seriously guys, can you just take some of your fights to somewhere a bit less populated? But then all we have left is General Zod and Superman. Let the punch-up commence! Here we go, the big final showdown. 2 indestructible men fighting somehow to the death. So what now, Jack Sparrow? Are we to be 2 immortal souls locked in an epic battle until Judgment Day and the trumpets sound? I mean, as we all know, it's impossible to win in a fight between 2 indestructible human gods. Truly this is a fight that will never end, never be over. Or Superman just snaps his neck. How does he do that? We have established that they are both completely indestructible, right? I mean, I suppose it's kind of like Twilight vampires, like they can only kill each other and nothing else can kill them. Sad moment in your life when you're comparing the Man of Steel to Edward Cullen. Anyway, Superman's really upset and he's like... Genuinely looks like he's smiling when he does it. So everyone's happy, New York gets rebuilt ridiculously quickly, Superman gets himself a pair of hypnotic glasses, and he gets himself a job at the Daily Planet under the name Clark Kent. Hey, here's an idea, and please do tell me if I'm picking out too many flaws. Why the fuck would you get a job at the Daily Planet under the name Clark Kent? If you're trying to blend in, why would you choose a name that had already a massive reputation for being Superman? One person already knows for a fact who you are, and enough people have got enough information to make an educated guess of who you are. And what the fuck was Lois Lane going on about?
How do you find someone who has spent a lifetime covering his tracks?
One of the main principles of going into hiding, especially when you've been involved in large-scale public events, e.g. rescuing a busload of children from a river using super strength, is change your freaking name! Why would you not? It's such a common sense thing to do. Some people can track you anywhere in the world simply by your name. Every time you go to a bank, every time you cross a border, every time you live in a new place, every time you get a new job, every time you go to Domino's Pizza and they want your name to put up on the little board thing, it becomes a matter of public record. Stop going around calling yourself Clark Kent. People are gonna know who you are. You dumbass! God damn it, I was gonna talk about how this film shows us that there are aliens on other planets, but really, what it's showing us is that if nobody in the world, other than Lois Lane, can track down Clark Kent incredibly easily, then the human race is just screwed. I'm sorry, I can't let this slide. I need to go cool off. I want to talk about aliens too, not this shit. My name is Byron Lucius Zayden Nixon, broadcasting on Frequency 7, and you heard it here first.